Honorable Men Discord. Nore experiences prejudice. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
Welcome back to another episode. As always, if you didn't hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. So Nore, who is one of two members of Drink Champs, on his Instagram shared an experience that he had out in Miami at a restaurant where he felt as though he was targeted due to prejudice. All right. I guess the manager of the establishment called the cops on him for no apparent reason. But let's get straight to the video and we'll talk about it.
I didn't believe the Karen thing actually exists. I seen it online. I never dealt with it in real life. A lady named Sydney in Aventura, Florida, that works in Houston's, gave me the Karen treatment like a mother. She came up to us, and we were quiet, we were cool, we were calm. And she called the police on us, guys. Why did she call the police on us? We do not know. We were there paying our bill. Wasn't I? What? Why? But she called the police on us. And here's the deal, right? Because you say, damn, Nore, you know, here's the reason why. What's up, my man? Here's the reason why her calling the police on us is a very, very serious thing. She could have called the police, and maybe these police officers who showed up don't like black people or don't like Latino people. But what I did was, like a gentleman, I stood there and I waited for the police to arrive. I spoke to the police like gentlemen, the same way I spoke to her like a gentleman. So I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not welcome. So I basically left. I paid the bill, paid whatever. But I felt inhumane. I felt violated as a human. So I did my investigation. What's her name? Sydney what? Sydney Elstein. So I did my investigation. Houston's, you guys are out of line. You guys are outright funding and financing a person who's an outright racist. It's so many reviews. This is not me. It's not me because I had cornrows or I'm a rapper or what. No, this is her. And you guys, this is on your website, Houston's. Hillstone. This is on your site. They are telling you how racist this she is. She's not racist to just black people. She's racist to Jewish people. She's racist to people who don't have who have an accent. She's racist to, I said Jewish people already? Latino people? Like, this is known. Like, as she complained, or she came to us and said, guys, we want you guys to leave. We asked why. But you know what? All of the people came. The Dominican lady that was right there, she agreed. The black lady that was right there, she agreed. With us. Hillstone, shame on you. After what happened with T.I., I would think you would fix this. But you didn't. And you're still employing people who are outright bigots. I'm going to share some reviews with y'all. And you tell me if this is correct or not. This is not for me. My complaint is here. But I'm going to show you the complaints. Let's get to it.
So
I didn't believe the Karen thing actually exists. I've seen it online.
It's the same thing. So this is some of the reviews, I guess, that was left for this lady. So by the way, when he's speaking about Houston, I guess that's a restaurant chain, Houston Restaurants. He has it there at within his description for his Instagram, and so is the manager's name, Sydney Elstein. So here's one of the reviews. It says, I've been coming to Houston's in North Miami Beach for years, and I've always enjoyed the food and the service. The servers are attentive, the atmosphere is warm, and it's usually a great place for a night out. But my most recent visit was so uncomfortable, I'm not sure I'll ever return, and it's entirely because of the manager, Sydney Elstein. I've never witnessed a manager behave so unprofessionally in a restaurant setting. Sydney openly raised her voice at a customer near the entrance while staff and patrons looked on in shock. It was not only awkward, but it completely shifted the energy of the space. She didn't de-escalate the situation, she escalated it. That's not leadership, and they continue. They continued.
Attention.
All right. So it seems like that's the only post
Attention.
that he that Nore shared as far as bad reviews. But let's just read what Nore had to say himself. He said, "This woman tried to get me killed for ordering an extra bottle of wine. Whenever a white woman calls the police on a black man, their intentions is to get a black man killed. Me, I was cool, calm, and collective when the police arrived. The police officer himself admitted he was never called over ordering an extra bottle of wine, but I'm cool. I paid my check and left. After doing my investigation, I noticed a lot of people are complaining about her. She's not just racist to black people, she's racist to Latinos, Russians, Jews, anybody who is not purebred white. Here are some of the reviews about her. As I walked out, she turned away 3 black men as I was leaving. Let's boycott. Shame on you." I really don't know what to say to this. This is definitely an isolated issue. You know, how often do these things happen? It really depends. You know, I think I'm just more surprised that there's so many bad reviews as he mentioned, and that woman is still working at the establishment because, you know, the workers, the managers, the cooks, the servers, they all play a very important part in the restaurant industry. And for any of them to be slacking in any area would be a bad reflection on the restaurant itself. So I'm surprised that she's still working there. Now, I don't know after this post whether this post itself gained traction. If you look below, you see 10,000 likes. So I don't know if this gained traction in corporate for the restaurant, you know, decided to let her go. I don't know. I don't know what the case is. He mentioned something about T.I. I don't know whether or not T.I. had a situation at this same establishment. If he did, I'm unaware of it. If any of you are aware of that incident that took place with T.I. and this particular establishment, let me know in the comments. But as far as the way Nore handled it, I respect that. So I guess I'll just start there. You know, the way Nore handled it, he paid the bill, he stayed, he was cool, calm. It's exactly the way I would prefer for all of us to act when we experience any form of prejudice. Anything outside of the way Nore responded to this incident is going to get you in a bad predicament, even when you're not at fault. I know it's something that's it's not easy to do when you're in that moment, but anything outside of how Nore conducted himself as a grown man, which I applaud Nore. Let me clap that up. I know it's not favorable. Some of you, you know, you get in your feelings and you're ready to throw a glass at the manager or, you know, clear the table, just throw plates on the floor. You know, I understand those emotions that may be boiling up inside, but the way Nore handled it is the way you're supposed to handle it as a grown man. It's the way you should handle it as a young man also. But I know there's individuals in our community that, regardless of what I say on this platform, they're going to do as they choose to do, which I get it. But the whole goal is to change that mind state one person at a time so we do better. So, you know, it's unfortunate that Nore had to experience that. But again, he handled it like a grown man, a man that's wise, a man that's older. He have nothing bad to say about how Nore handled it. He even used his celebrity as many others would have done. You know, he used his celebrity by getting on his Instagram and speaking on it. You know, sharing other people's posts about it. So he was seriously appalled by that incident, by that event, that experience, and I applaud every way he decided to handle it. From waiting until the authorities get there, he didn't rush out of there. No, he waited. You want to call the cops? Fine. I didn't break a, you know, I'm speaking as if I was Nore. You know, I didn't break any laws. So no, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna finish my meal, finish my drink. You call the cops? Fine. Let them come, and let's have a conversation when they arrive. A respectful conversation, which I'm sure he had that conversation, and once everything was in the clear with the with law enforcement, he left, you know, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. I'm eager to hear anyone's thoughts on this. Do you feel as though he could have done anything differently, or how would you have handled it? Any of the viewers watching this episode, how would you have handled being in an establishment and being treated this way? Or do you have a story where you already experienced something like this, and how did you handle it? Did you handle it incorrectly, or did you handle it correctly, which is the way Nore handled it, right? But that's my thoughts on this. You know, listen, it's just the life, it's the nature of life. At times when you live in this skin, you know, I'm not promoting any type of negativity by saying that. It's just a reality. I know it's my reality. I've experienced it many a times in my life, in my lifetime. So I completely get it, you know, and I myself had to at different times make decisions to be wiser and to just act right, you know, rather than act off of impulse. But that's all I have for today. As always, I appreciate everyone who tunes in, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.